Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Hinnett. Bree Jackson is off tonight. First tonight, we are following a developing story out of Conway. 3 people are dead after a privately owned airplane took off from the Conway airport and crashed shortly before 1:30 this afternoon. Deputy Coroner Darius Fowler says 39-year-old James Major of Conway is believed to be the pilot. He is dead. Kenneth Puma, 42, from the Myrtle Beach area, and 16-year-old Donald Dale Becker of Conway were also killed in the crash. News 13's Leah Michigan is live in Conway, where the National Transportation Safety Board and Federal Aviation Administration will begin the investigation. Leah.
Leah Michigan, News 13.
Leah, thanks. As we mentioned, the crash knocked out power to the area around Wood Creek neighborhood and Dunn Shortcut Road. Penelope Henson with Horry County Electric says about 200 homes and businesses are without power. The company works to restore services, but those living close to the crash site will be without power until authorities clear the scene and power crews are allowed inside. The crash knocked out power to the traffic light near the Walmart on Highway 501. Henson says this is causing traffic issues, as you can imagine, on that section of the highway. We are expecting an update from Horry Electric this evening. News 13 will keep you covered. Several neighbors in the area actually saw the plane come down. News 13's Kelly Broker spoke with one woman who says she saw everything. Kelly, what can you tell us?
News 13.
Kelly, thanks. Of course, more coming up tonight on News 13 at 11. Now, this is the second deadly plane crash in our area this week. A crash killed 79-year-old John Harris of West Virginia in Georgetown County around 1:15 Monday afternoon in the North Santee section of the county. The National Transportation Safety Board says they believe Harris was trying an aerobic move when he crashed. This is a similar plane to the one that crashed. It was a vintage military aircraft. Witnesses say after the crash, the plane caught fire. Moving on tonight, 2 men await extradition back to South Carolina from New Jersey in connection with the Darlington bank robbery. It starts tonight's Crime Tracker report. The Darlington Police Department reports police in Carneys Point, New Jersey arrested Michael Monaghan and David Sabula. Monaghan is 28, Sabula 21, both from Naples, Florida. Darlington police say Monaghan tried to rob the Bank of America on South Main Street Wednesday, but got no money because the teller passed out. Police say he later hit the TD Bank on Dozier Boulevard in Florence. No word on how Sabula is connected to the case, but count on News 13 to keep you covered. You're watching News 13 at 6. I'm Lauren Hinnett. Bree Jackson is off. There is a worldwide travel alert for Americans, and 22 embassies and consulates are preparing to shut down because of a possible terror plot linked to al-Qaeda. Marley Hall reports many Americans are still traveling overseas despite the threat. It starts our look at stories across the nation. Sounds good. Thanks for joining us for News 13 at 6. We'll be back tonight at 11. First up this morning, Dunn Shortcut Road remains closed while the National Transportation Safety Board and the Federal Aviation Administration finished the on-scene investigation into a deadly plane crash in Conway. The crash happened shortly before 1:30 yesterday afternoon. Horry County Airport's Marketing Director Kirk Lovell says a privately owned Beechcraft BE-55 Baron plane took off from the Conway Airport and crashed at the entrance of Wood Creek neighborhood off of Dunn Shortcut Road and Warm Springs Lane. The crash killed 3 people. This morning, Horry Electric says power is back on for all 200 businesses and homes that lost power after yesterday's crash. Penelope Henson with Horry Electric said last night the company worked to restore service quickly, but those living closest to the crash site would be without power until the scene was clear. The crash also knocked out power to a traffic light near the Walmart on Highway 501, causing traffic issues on 501 beachbound yesterday afternoon. But again, Horry Electric said around 10:45 last night, power was back on for the entire area. Some people saw the deadly crash. One was Jessica Scott. She was driving home to Wood Creek when she says she saw the plane come over the trees, snip some power lines, and crash in a neighbor's yard. She says the plane hit the ground and burst into flames. Scott goes on to say neighbors tried to put the fire out and get the victims out of the plane, but the flames and smoke were just too much. A doctor will perform an autopsy on James Major today. There's no word on if or how the victims are related. Officials are expected to reopen Dunn Shortcut Road this afternoon. This was one of 2 deadly plane crashes in our area this week.